Hi, my name's Adam Fletcher, and in this, the third installment of my broadcast regarding re-envisioning the roles of young people throughout society, I'm going to talk about exactly what I mean with that idea. What does it mean to re-envision the roles of young people throughout society? And how does that relate to our mission and goals around youth voice, youth engagement, community youth involvement, and other ideas that really look at the roles of young people? Currently, we have a society that's set up on the idea that children and youth should be seen and not heard, that they should be the passive recipients of an adult-driven society. Our homes, schools, religious organizations, government agencies, and a whole variety of institutions throughout our society rely on that standard. I believe that we must create dynamic, meaningful roles for all young people throughout their lives in order to foster the kind of engaged, democratic citizenry that we want, not just for today, but throughout the rest of our futures. In order to do that, I think that we have to look past seeing young people as receptacles for adults' ideas, notions, actions, and outcomes. We have to move past seeing young people as empty vessels, or as Paulo Freire mentioned, seeing young people as empty glasses waiting to be filled with the knowledge that adults pour into them. Instead of that, we need to start to envision young people as having unique ideas and perspectives that can truly grab a hold of our society as a whole and create a better world for us all to live in. In the future, young people need to be engaged as active, full partners throughout our society, where they can experience the power of planning, facilitation, research, organizing, decision-making, evaluating, and teaching not just younger kids, not just their peers, but adults as well, and indeed all people throughout our society. We can't wait. We face a crisis of purpose today where we have technology that teaches young people every single day that they have the power to create, the power to share their knowledge, and the power to really develop, not only consume, but actually develop and promote their ideas. Any 13-year-old can get on Wikipedia and edit an article with as much legitimacy as myself or somebody a great deal older than me. Any 12-year-old who's in the 6th grade or 7th grade can get on MySpace and promote the latest band to their 1,500 friends and make that small-town band an overnight national sensation, all on their own volition. Any 17-year-old can create a Rock the Vote campaign for elections that they can't even vote in. I'm not making this up. This is happening right now. And yet, at the same time, young people go to schools where they're treated as if they don't know anything, and what they need to know, adults need to teach them. They go home to parents and families that reinforce for them that their ideas aren't as valuable as adults because they're not adults yet. And as long as you live under my roof, you're going to follow my rules, young man. Indeed, young people face this situation all of the time throughout our society, whether it means being tracked through stores simply because they're under 18, or being mandated and forced not to cruise downtown because they're kids in cars and that can only lead to trouble. We must re-envision these roles. We must see young people as more than violent predators, apathetic slackers, or even well-meaning but simple-minded recipients of whatever adults dish out to them for that moment. Instead, we must move towards seeing young people as active partners. This is already happening in some of our society in limited snapshots. I built the entire Free Child Project website off this idea, and after researching more than 1,000 different examples of young people creating social change around the world, I started identifying trends and patterns that are still relevant to re-envisioning the roles of young people throughout society more than 10 years later. I'm going to wrap up today's webcast by sharing the ultimate point of all of this isn't just new roles. It's actually about creating brand new lifestyles of engagement where all people can feel the power and glory of democracy in its fullest and most realized vision. My colleague and friend Henry Giroux promotes the idea of radical democracy, that everybody throughout our society has a role, a purpose, and a belonging within that democracy, not just as a voter, but as an active member, an active partner with all of our friends and colleagues, critical comrades in this fight for engagement. I challenge you to step forward and begin to re-envision the roles of young people in your own work, in your own house, in your own neighborhood, and throughout your life. Only in this way can we begin to create and foster and ultimately sustain meaningful, powerful, and purposeful roles for young people, children and youth throughout society. Thanks, and remember, to learn more about me, visit my website at www.bicyclingfish.com. Have a great day.